All right, No Worries Nation, welcome today. Got a very special day going on here. It's Easter Sunday and we're in Morrison, Colorado, and we're at the world's best amphitheater outdoor venue called Red Rocks. Many of you have probably heard of it before, but we're going to take a hike around and give you a view of what this awesome place on the planet looks like. And some of the best shows in the whole world have been played right here. So I'm here with one of my best bros, Chris.
All right.
Say hi to No Worries Nation, Chris.
Beautiful. How's everybody doing, man?
We're good. So here we go. We're gonna take a hike here, and we're gonna hopefully get some excellent views for you. And here we go. No worries.
So, some geology lessons too, perhaps.
Yeah.
This is a seashore of an ancient lake that once filled the central part of the United States, and this was the shore of that big lake in prehistoric times. So the geology here is very powerful.
And what do you know about the Red Rock side of it that you can tell us?
It's just the color of the sandstone that formed all these rocks. It's ancient. It's millions and millions of years old, and all the formations you see in these rocks, all the little caves and holes and everything, were all formed by water millions of years ago.
Fantastic.
And wind.
And also with Red Rocks, there is on the front range of the Rockies, just this whole Dinosaur Ridge area, kind of where this is at. There's rocks that protrude up just on the east side, just like Garden of the Gods down in Colorado Springs, and it comes up and stabs up in different areas. And so Red Rocks is kind of part of that as well, but it's unique in its formation of what it is.
And you can see kind of how everything is kind of horizontal.
Yeah.
That's where the water levels were.
So I wonder, did this protrude up and then fall over? Or did it just protrude just as it is?
It always could have been this way, but over millions of years, soil eroded and just exposed all these rocks.
What a magical place.
Yeah.
Oh wow, cool. It's a view from space.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Snow melt.
Yeah, I thought I heard water flowing, and there it is. Do you know the name of this one, this rock?
No, I don't.
That is so cool looking.
Yeah, I think that's the crown, the something crown. Yeah, all those caves and holes in there, shaped by the wind and the water.
Yeah.
Over time.
And make nesting and habitat for birds that live in there.
Yeah, it's great.
Do the birds peck it out at all, or is it just by wind and water formed?
No, I don't think they do.
I don't think so either.
Maybe they do. It's not really hard stone. It's mostly sandstone that erodes over time. You can see how smooth the rock is, where the pathway that the water's built.
Yeah.
How smooth that rock is because of the water.
Yeah. That is awesome.
And then the trees and the plants just growing up, and any little bit of soil it can find.
Oh yeah.
In there, there's going to be a seed that falls in, and something's going to grow,
creating yet more habitat.
Yeah. Yeah, more bird habitat, more wildlife. You know, there's lizards and written between it. Never. That's just the moment comes.
So you can see down to Bear Creek Lakes, down the valley there. You can see part of Denver, or the valley where Denver sits. In the distance there, if you can see it on the camera, is downtown Denver. As we're getting up high enough over Dakota Ridge here. This is Dakota Ridge in front of us, right along here. And Dinosaur Ridge is on the other side. We'll see that later, but we're starting to get some upper views and different side of the park.
long walk up to the stage.
Yeah, the walk of, what'd you call the walk of death?
Yeah, 'cause it'll kill you.
It's tough, especially when you're watching a concert or coming to a concert to
So Chris,
come up. Tell me about what you know about Red Rocks and your experience as stagehanding and your time in shows that you've had at Red Rocks.
right on. So Red Rocks is an amphitheater opened in the 40s, post World War II, for like big band shows, and you know, back then the touring bands were all big bands. So then in 1964 the Beatles came here, and right around that time many concerts came here, rock and roll shows. So Led Zeppelin came here in 1969. That was their last show in Colorado. And as far as me, we used to get into Red Rocks for free, so I've seen lots of shows here. Probably my favorite would be like Neil Young, 1989, Eric Clapton, 1982, maybe Allman Brothers in the early 90s. Those were some of the best shows, the best times up here. And as a stagehand here, putting together many concerts, just setting up the sound system. The trucks have to park in the parking lot down below, so we load up all the PA and instruments and band gear in a van, take 30, 40, 50 trips up the road, unload it, set it up, and just keep going back and forth. So it's quite a process. As you can see, pretty crowded today. This whole area is owned by the city of Denver, so it's a park. It's an open park operated by the Parks and Rec of Denver. So people just come up here and hang out. They exercise, they just sit and meditate. There's yoga on the rocks, and there's film on the rocks, so they show movies. We got a wannabe rock star down there today, entertaining the whole crowd. So behind me is the rock, and this is a natural amphitheater because you got rocks on both sides, and these rocks are porous, so instead of reflecting the sound, it actually absorbs the sound, so there's not a whole lot of echo during a concert. So it's just a natural amphitheater that, you know, God herself or himself or whatever we want to call God built just for us to come have concerts here.
That's what makes it the best venue in the world, doesn't it?
Best outdoor venue in the world, and that's pretty well known.
Yeah, and most musicians consider this their very favorite place to play.
Yeah. Well, I remember seeing Eric Clapton here, and he just took a look around. He's not like his first time show here, but he just took a look around and said, "Nice place you got here." I'll always remember him saying that.
Very cool. Very, very cool. Yeah. So now from the top down, you see what the whole seating arrangement of the venue. I like sitting up here and looking down during the shows. It's kind of what I really enjoy, feeling the crowd as well, and the lights of Denver and all that. And it's just so beautiful, and under the stars at nighttime. It's just a magical experience to be here, even today, much less during a show. So.
What's your favorite shows here, Timmay?
My favorite show, I saw Mark Knopfler about 5 years ago. It was really a great show.
He's a good performer.
Yeah.
Great player.
What a great sense of humor the guy's got.
Nice.
Just one of the best guitar players in the world. So
Yeah.
just a great time here seeing that. Then comes the long walk down. The blissful walk after a show.
Yeah. It's always slow because it's so crowded.
Yeah.
No hurry getting out of here.
Yeah. No doubt.
Again.
Oh yeah.
I guess it will if I want to travel.
Right.
Yeah, it stopped right there.
Wow. That is like it was placed there.
Uh-huh.
And those colors with the light hitting it now with the sun breaking through is just amazing.
Yeah.
Like I said, that 10,000-year-old lichen that is the moss on the rock is lichen, and it's 10,000 years old.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Grew from the ancient seaweed.
Wow. John Denver.
So here we are at the Colorado Music Hall of Fame. So inside this building is where every artist that has its origin in Colorado, which there are quite a few, is featured in the rock and roll, or really the Music Hall of Fame. And it's actually pretty cool. And underneath all of this are tunnels that are not very well, or not very often used, but there's all underground tunnels underneath all of this area that I've never been in, but they're there, and I would love to go in.
Why did they? How did the tunnels get there? Why did they put them there?
I don't know. I'm not sure about the history of it, but that's a good question. I would love to look it up.
Interesting. Very interesting.
This is a big
Excellent.
deal.
Excellent. What a magical place.
Yeah, the snow melt form.
Like you can see animals' faces in it. It's something that I like to do a lot of capture when I can. You know, I like to capture that kind of stuff. So these are called walking stick cactus, and they're all over Colorado and the Eastern Plains. And they bloom so beautifully. You can see the blooms are starting to come out now. In another, probably 2 months from now, they might be in full bloom. So with our arid climate here, they call it semi-arid, but it's really, I think, closer to arid here in Colorado. And so we've come down the trail, and you can see where the roof is, so you can kind of see the amphitheater shape from here. And we got down kind of closer to where the car is parked here, and you can just kind of see the almost riprap type of a chunk rocks that have just settled here in the bottom of the valley. And what do you think, Chris?
Well, anytime I come up here, my soul just settles in, just being in this land, and being that I live 10 minutes away, you know, it's just perfect. If I need a place to go, I can come right here. It doesn't matter how crowded it is, because the people you see up here are just always smiling, happy, saying hello, and it's always a wide variety of people up here that you just watch, talk to, and
brings a feeling of peace, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. It really does.
Yeah.
It's just a special kind of enjoyment up here because of the power of the land itself.
Yep, excellent.
Yeah.
And I find that the color of the rocks themselves, being the pink, you know, is the color pink and orange has a psychological effect in itself that is really just adds to the whole capture of what is going on here and stuff. So yeah, it's incredible, and to his point, the peaceful feeling about it is just incredible. And it was a great day here to get to be here today. So thanks for joining us today, No Worries Nation. And 2 peace signs, 2 palm trees, no worries out.
Peace in.
Peace in.
Peace in. Cannot peace out until you peace in.
Yeah,